It's like as soon as you think you got all the scams out there, you really don't. A new one come along, and these scams are getting outrageous. Not just in the modeling industry, but just worldwide. Like across all industries, it's just getting crazy. But with the modeling industries, there's crazy scams going on, there's dangerous scams going on, and I just want you guys to be very cognizant of what's happened, so you can think and be very prepared and do your research before you actually going out to work with someone, especially if someone you never heard of, or somebody that you getting a funny feeling about. A lot of times when you getting that feeling inside of you that is wrong, it's wrong. And I want you guys to kind of pay attention to your internal system that's guiding you along the way. Hey. So, guys, I want you to be able to ask questions too. Don't feel like, okay, just what's going on and some of the points that I make. If you guys have questions, or if you have experiences where you felt like you were scams, or you felt like you're being scams, or you're in the middle of working with somebody and you're not exactly sure if it's a scam or not, you can feel free to talk about it tonight on this particular live. So, the first scam that I want to talk about, guys, is the photo shoot scam. The photo shoot scam is actually one that started probably about 3 years ago, but it's getting heavier and heavier because there's a lot of new models that's starting in the industry, and they're looking to get photo shoots done. They're looking to get paid for their work. Some of us as models are starting to get very desperate. So getting very desperate, it kind of lets your alarm system down. You kind of let your guards down a little bit and kind of take what people are saying for face value, and a lot of times it may not be. But the latest photo shoot scam, guys, is when people are saying, we love your pictures, we want to shoot with you, we want you to be in this particular publication, or we want to do this particular campaign with you, a billboard with you, and we're going to pay you anywhere between $1,000 and $7,000. And when they say that, the next thing they're going to ask you is for your bank account information. So they ask you for your bank account information before you do a shoot, before you have a model release in place, before you have a total agreement in place, before there's just even an invoice sent. They're asking you for your bank account information. So a job should not be asking you for your personal banking information. When it's time for you to get paid from a modeling job, now this is even if, let's just say you are doing a photo shoot, or you have some type of campaign shoot going on, and they're ready to pay you, and you're requesting a deposit. Maybe you're requesting a deposit on the particular job. Even if you request a deposit, they don't need your bank account, routing number, and that sort of thing to make a payment with you. So if you guys are getting paid or plans to get paid within the modeling industry, start to think about what form of payments that you're going to take, whether it's you have a PayPal or a Square. Cash App is getting very extremely popular now. Cash App has it where you can send money directly. You can get a Cash App card if that's better for you. But just if you use Cash App, just make sure that you have some type of invoice that you're able to keep track of for your personal taxes, or however you're doing your modeling side of things. But nobody should be asking for your account number, your routing number, before you're actually doing a job. So what they tell you is they want to send you X amount of money. Sometimes they'll say, well, I want to send you the whole 7,000, or I want to send you half of it, and we need your account number and routing number to be able to do that. That is a red flag. 90% of the jobs that you're getting paid for, you're getting a check from a certain company. If you're not getting a check, then maybe you have it set up where you are taking an online payment for some sort, but they should not be asking you for those key pertinent information. Then come to find out, some models are actually sending it there, and then they're scamming some kind of way with different currencies, making deposits and withdrawals. They hacking into your account and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and you never even did a photo shoot with them. So you want to protect yourself in that way. And that's like the latest photo shoot scam. It's like, well, we want to pay you to do this photo shoot or this campaign or be in this publication, and we're going to give you X amount of money, but we need your accounting and your account information and your routing number to be able to do that way in advance before the actual photo shoot. And then the photo shoot never happens, but they are beginning to hack into all of your information once you give them that. So be very careful with that. Another scam is the brand ambassador scam. The latest brand ambassador scam, guys. So brand ambassador, and we talked about this a while ago. When you are becoming a brand ambassador for someone, whether they want you to promote their clothing line, they might want you to promote their jewelry or accessories, or some type of sporting good or whatever it may be, and they say, okay, well, I want to do a 50-50 split with you, or I want to do 20%, you get 20% off of all your items, or I'll give you a discount code, so when you promote this particular item and you use this code, anything that comes in, I'll give you commission. Now that's something that you work out between you and that particular brand ambassador. Know what your limits are. Know that you're not gonna spend X amount of dollars, especially if it's a product that you don't like. I'm all about 100%. If you contact me about a brand ambassador opportunity, first off, I'm going for the whole 100%, where I don't want to pay for your products if you want me to promote it. If you're just starting out and you might feel like, hey, well, I want to go 50-50, where you pay 50% and they pay 50%. Or you might say, you know what, this is my first opportunity, so I want to try it, so I'm willing to do 60% and they do the other 40%. Whatever it is that's going to make you comfortable, go for that. But what you have to be very cautious of, the latest brand ambassador scam is on the shipping. So what's happening is they'll tell you get 100%. We're going to send you this free product. And once you get the product, we want you to post it on your Instagram. We want you to tag your friends. We want to give you this coupon code. Everything sounds great. And you're like, yeah, send it to me. And then they say, well, all we need you to do is cover the shipping. So a lot of times you're thinking like, oh, okay, shipping costs, a few dollars, maybe no more than 10, maybe no more than $15 to ship based on where it's coming from, right? But then you turn around and you go to checkout and you realize that shipping is $100, $200, and $300. So just because you didn't have to pay for the product, quote unquote, up front, or have a percentage that you taken up front, they make you think that it's just the shipping cost that you're going to pay, and then they try to charge you an outrageous amount for shipping. So before you totally agree, even if they give you the website, before you totally agree, check out the product. If they say, hey, it's going to be 100%, all you have to do is cover the shipping cost. Okay, well, let me go on your website, check it out, go to checkout, and actually go to your cart and figure out exactly what it is that they're trying to charge you before you actually agree or put yourself in a situation where you're like, oh my gosh, now you feel like, well, I have to do it. Or maybe you signed some type of documentation saying I will become your brand ambassador and these are all the things that I'm going to do. And then you find out later, oh my gosh, it's a whole shipping fee that costs me hundreds of dollars, whereas though they still made their money up front. So you guys want to be cautious of that. So far we went over the latest photo shoot scam and the latest brand ambassador scam. The latest runway scam, guys. There are a lot of people that's doing fashion shows and fashion shows and fashion weeks that are happening right now. And what they tell you is, we love your walk. We want you to be a part of this particular production. But then they contact you the following week or days later, they do a callback with you. Hey, they do a callback with you. And then next thing you know, they say, okay, no, you got to pay X amount of dollars to get this particular runway training. And for you to be in our fashion show, for you to be in our fashion week, you have to get this runway training from this particular runway coach, and it's going to cost you hundreds of dollars to do that. And then once you take the training with this particular runway coach, then you can be in our fashion show or you can be in our fashion week. Now, especially with me working with, fashion shows and fashion weeks all the time, and even being a coach, guys, I'm never putting somebody in a situation where they have to take it from one specific person for them to be able to be in it. So we do a casting call in January and the person didn't get picked, and maybe we do another casting call in February and they went and they worked on, they walked and they came back and they want to give it another shot. Absolutely. Come back and give it another shot if you can, and find out or see, okay, did my walk get better? Did it improve? Even if we're doing the third casting call and you didn't make it the second time and you come back the third time, you say, I'm going to try it again. Then you practicing your walk, or you going outside and whoever's helping you with your walk, and you come back. And if you make it, great. If you don't, okay. But what I want you guys to understand is they shouldn't be sending you to one particular person and say the only way that you're going to be in this fashion show or this production or this fashion week is if you pay this money to take runway training or runway coaching from this one specific person. And I'm seeing that models are being heartbroken about this because it's like, oh, I don't have the money, or I didn't think my walk was that bad, or be open to receive feedback and tips. And everybody run their production a little different, but at the same time, to say that you have to go to this particular person, that's just like one of the older photo shoot scams where they would say, well, we want you to do this photo shoot, but you have to use one specific photographer and you have to pay him $500 to $1,000 for you to do this particular photo shoot. And a lot of times that happens with agencies. And that's an old one, guys. When it comes to agencies, depending on what agency you with, they might say, hey, I'm not going to charge you anything up front. But what you have to do is take this photo shoot for your portfolio, and you have to spend $600 to $1,500 to get a photo shoot done for your portfolio. But you have to use one specific photographer that they're using. Your portfolio should be a variety of stuff. You should show so much diversity in your portfolio. You should show who you are as just a catalog person, a runway person, editorial model. You want to show diversity. So when somebody say do a photo shoot, or I'm going to do a portfolio shoot with you, and we're going to do 4 to 6 looks all in one day, but you look the exact same, your hair is the same, your makeup is the same, only thing you're doing is switching out your outfit, but your background the same too, that's not what we're looking for, because that's not going to give your portfolio book or your comp cards the diversity that you need to kind of attract these different clients. So it's one thing if you're going to do a 3-4 look photo shoot, but you should be having something else coming up so that you can kind of look through and evaluate and determine what you're going to put in your book, what you're going to put in your comp card. It should not be all from the same exact shoot. It's not showing any diversity of you as a model, as your makeup team, as your photographer. If your one photographer shoots your entire book, your angles are going to be the same. Your lighting is going to be the same. You need to have that different, because you don't know what your, potential client is going to be looking for. So you want to have some variety put into your photo shoot. Hey. Yes, somebody finally said it. So guys, what questions do you have about that, guys? Those are the latest scams that's going on right now. I just went over the latest brand ambassador scam, latest photo shoot scam, and the latest runway scam, and then just revisiting the latest, well, not even the latest, but what happens with some agencies. Another scam, guys, that's really, when I talk about, really protecting yourself. I just had one of the models that I'm coaching right now in Chicago. She posted a picture on Facebook just last week. And when she posted that picture, she tagged the photographer in it. She had all the details. You know how we do. We give all the details. We want to give all the credit to who participated in this particular shoot. So what happened, though, was once she did that, somebody contacted her. So she did have her her phone number on her Facebook account, which I don't. I don't promote. I don't say put your phone number on your stuff. If somebody want to get in contact with you guys, they should be able to email you, send you a message, and then from there you guys start your dialogue to you lead up to getting your phone number. You know, once you have set some stuff up, once you have did the research with this particular company, then you kind of go from there. Other than that, you really don't need your phone number on your social media accounts. Okay, be very cautious of that, unless you have like a 1-800 number, a 188 number, or you have a Google Voice number or something that's just not gonna be a straight, I have this information, I can hack into it, I can find out more about you or what have you. But in this particular case, guys, she did have her phone number on her account. Somebody contacted her. They said that they were a photographer. They were interested in working with her. They wanted to pay her, I believe it was like $6,000 or $7,000 to do a shoot. And what they said was on the phone was, you know, everything is going to be real. They taking her through all these scenarios. They had her, like, you know, asking her really weird questions and talking about sexual positions and different things that's going to happen. And it's just like, wow. You know, people are using social media and what people are doing for their craft to go over and beyond for whatever scam they have, whatever scandal they have, whatever it is that they have going on. They're targeting the modeling industry for those types of things because they know that there's a lot of pretty women, there's a lot of vulnerable women, there's a lot of people that's trying to get themselves out there. So guys, you have to be very, very careful and very cautious. We were just talking in our group today. One of the models in the DMV area, Maria, had shared with us with something that's going on now where, you know, the photographer is shooting with you, and then once you are shooting with the photographer, you know, you're there by yourself, and, you know, they're trying to take your clothes off, they're taking their clothes off. And now that is not something new. That's actually old school. People been doing that, but at the same time, it's very scary that it's happening right now in 2019. So guys, you have to protect yourself. You should be able to take somebody on a shoot with you. If you're getting paid for that particular shoot and they say, hey, it's nobody that can come in this particular room for the shoot, then it's like, okay, well, he's gonna be right outside the door, or she's gonna be right outside the door. But have somebody there with you. And I also work with, you know, a lot of momagers that's helping their younger kids. And when, you know, they get upset because they feel like, well, my child is under 18, but I can't go in the casting room with them. Now, that particular thing, that is kind of standard. A lot of times people feel like you in the room as a parent with your younger child during a casting where there's a live panel, they might feel like your child may not be their self in front of you, or they be so dependent on you, or they need you there when they just need to see your child. So that's something totally different. But when it comes to you guys going out on these different photo shoots and, you know, having these jobs that's coming up model wise, and they tell you can absolutely not have anybody, or they might not even tell you that at all, you just choose not to take somebody with you. So you have to be very careful. If it's not somebody you know, somebody that you trust, somebody that you work with in the past, you guys have to be very, very cautious and protective over yourself. What about magazine submissions, asking for payment to be paid in order to be featured? Okay, when it comes to magazines, if they are asking you for a fee to submit, I would look at what type of magazine it is. Is it a magazine that's just starting? Is it the magazine that, you know, is it a big publication? Is it an Essence? Is it a Vogue? You know, what are they asking for? If you are submitting, is that going to guarantee you that you're getting in the magazine? Are they asking for a payment because maybe it's a layout? Maybe you're buying the ad in the magazine. So you have to be like very clear and find out, why are you making a payment to submit to be inside of a magazine? It can very much be an ad. You know, it can very much be, oh, you're buying a half a page, or you buying a whole page ad, and this is why you have to pay for the submission. But you shouldn't be paying a fee to submit to be considered for the magazine. But a lot of magazines that are just starting are asking for submission fees to be featured. But a lot of times that go back to because you're really buying ad space inside of the magazine. So let me know if that answered your question, Sade. Okay, something about 20% off but Instagram posts it a lot. Okay, so a lot of people that's asking you right now for the 20% off. So this is back to one of the brand ambassadors, right? People that are asking you for 20% off. Okay, so let's just say 100%. I got this dress, so I got this t-shirt, and I'm like, hey guys, I want you to be a brand ambassador for my company. I have this awesome, dress, and I want you to promote it. And I say, well, if you get this dress, you'll get 20% off this dress. And when you take this dress and you get 20% off of it, anybody, when you wear it and you post it, and I give you a discount code, anybody that buys the dress because you promoted it with your discount code gets another 20% off or 30% off. That's what's, a lot of that is going on. But guys, what is that really doing for you? Why are they giving you 20% off and you're paying 80? Why are you paying 80% to promote their, whatever it is, so their products, their clothing? Why are you paying 80%? Then you're taking the time to do the shoot, or maybe you do something casual in the house, and then you're promoting it to your audience. You're tagging them in your audience, where now you're cross promoting. Their brand is being seen by your audience. So now they're double dipping because they got you for 80% that you just paid, and whatever potential clients that you're going to bring to them. And now you cross market it, and now some of your followers are going to begin to follow them. So those are the things that you want to think about when it comes to brand ambassador. That's not a scam. That's business. You got to know how to go negotiate. You have to know how to negotiate. If somebody can say, I'm going to give you, hey, promote my product, I'm going to give you 20% off, you better go higher, because you worth more than paying 80% for their product to promote their stuff. That's not a scam. That's business. That's business. People are in business to make money. But you have to know how to negotiate your value so that they're not, doing things in a way where they're getting over. But they will get over if you allow them to get over. The same 20% they offering you, they offering 100 and thousands of other people on Instagram. And how many people is actually going to take that opportunity because they're so excited and they're like, oh, okay, well, I love this product. I get 20% off. You can probably go online and find a coupon for 20% off. You know what I mean? They probably about to have a sale for a holiday and get 20% off. But why do they get a chance to get introduced to my audience? And I'm taking my time to promote their brand, and all y'all gonna give me is 20% off? No, it's not gonna work like that. Some X and some don't. Yeah, I really believe, Sade, that it's gonna be on the level of the magazine. So a lot of magazines, and I'm not knocking them for that, because a lot of magazines are very new and having the budget in line. So if they feel like if people want to be featured, people are willing to pay to be featured. And a lot of times them paying to be featured is they're really buying ad space. It is equivalent to them buying ad space in their magazine, especially if their magazine is printed. Their magazine is just online, that's one thing. But if it's a magazine that's online and it's printed, it costs to print. Especially full color magazines cost to print. So they may not be bringing in, the income that they need by selling the magazine. So they charge people to submit to become published in the magazine. Again, it's business. You just have to know how to negotiate where you are with it. 80 Catering is on, guys. That is my cousin, and she is in the DMV area, but she actually traveled. Her food is absolutely delicious. Listen, I want to say a couple of weeks ago or so, when I did the whole announcement of if I'm going to go to LA or I'm going to go to Atlanta, she came down and catered for us, guys, and her food was absolutely amazing. So if you're looking for a caterer, you definitely want to talk to her. AD Catering. One of them asked me for $250. Woo! Their magazine is only online and they have 1.3 million followers. I wouldn't do it. I mean, unless you getting, okay, so the 1.3 million followers, right? It's awesome, because when you're doing business with people, guys, especially now, you want to have to do business with people that can cross market with you, that's giving you visibility, that's going to give you exposure, right? So if you are working with a magazine company and they got 1.3 million followers and you're getting published in their particular magazine, that's great exposure for you, right? But on the flip side, if you're giving $250, you have to have some type of line item on your budget. Like, what are you paying and what are you paying to advertise yourself? You know, what are you using to market yourself outside of just social media? You know, are you going to look at that 250 as, hey, I'm going to use this off my marketing or line of me being able to promote myself, or hey, I'm not going to pay for a photo shoot this month and I'm going to use that and see. You know, you want to ask yourself those particular questions to see where you are before you actually do it. But then the other thing, you have to be very careful. People are buying followers like crazy, okay? They're buying followers. They're buying insights nowadays. Just recently, I found out that you can buy insights now. And it's like, it's crazy because it kind of takes away from the authentic side of who a person is or who a brand is, you know, and it's making the line very thin of who you can trust and who not to trust when it comes to business. So don't be afraid to ask for a referral. Whatever business you work with, don't be afraid to ask for a referral. Don't be afraid to reach out to somebody they might shout out, you know. Don't be afraid to feel like, okay, before I spend my money with somebody, this is what I want to do. And then also, Sade, if, you know, publication, it seems like publication is where you want to go. You want to become a published model. I would look for the magazines that you don't have to pay to be a part of. So magazines are looking for people to submit all the time. One great way, now this is a big tip I'm about to give y'all. One great way for you to get published in a magazine is you need to go through magazines where you want to be published at, and you need to look to see who the photographers are. Those photographers already have relationships with these particular publications that you're looking to be with. So then what we should do, research the photographer, get in contact with the photographer, see if the photographer is taking submissions to go in this particular magazine, or see how you can build a relationship with that, especially these hair magazines. Hair magazines, there are photographers that only shoot for hair magazines, so they are going out to where? Salons. So why not look for these salons who's getting featured in the hair magazine, find out who the salons are, who the stylists are. See, a lot of times we don't want to do the work. And when you don't want to do the work, then you just going to miss opportunities and you're going to leave money on the table because you don't want to do the work. You know, and then on the flip side, sometimes we do want to do the work, but we don't know how to get the work. You know, you don't know what to do. You don't know, you know, just like that, you know, that tip, being able to expand your mind. And then maybe sometimes you need people to help you to kind of get there. Okay. So just think about that. You know, people that you want to work with, you know, we're all one or two people away from our dream and what we're trying to do anyway. That's why you got to keep the right people around you. So you can kind of get where you need to be, more in a positive state of mind, in a positive atmosphere as well. Okay. So there's an idea for you. That was a big tip that I just gave you. So that's, okay, you can buy blue verified check for 15. See, this is the stuff I can't get with. You can buy a celebrity verified check now on your Instagram for $1,500. That's crazy. You know, I'm all about earning mine. You know, it's an integrity thing with me. You know, I'd rather earn mine versus paying to get a certain status quo. I just get there when I get there. When I get there, I get there. And that's it. Like, you know, to sit here and have to buy a check, you know, to be validated, you know, or to, you know, to give somebody a perception of yourself that's really not there. That's just not my thing. I'm just not into that. I have no problem doing that. I'm doing some of that already. Great. Most people be looking for shortcuts and don't want to do that. Everybody's looking for shortcuts. And, you know, in every industry, you know, we look for shortcuts. But the thing is one thing when you working with somebody that's going to help you get there faster, quicker, you know, and smarter. But there's another thing when it's just like, okay, well, I'm just going to buy my way there. I'm going to sell myself there, or, whatever it is to get where you're trying to go. And then you realize as soon as you do that and you get all the way up to a certain level, you coming straight back down. And now you done ruin your entire, image and your character. And once you mess up your reputation, don't nobody want to do business with you no more. You always going to be known by that model or that person that did these particular things. But guys, what other questions do you have about the latest scam? So I gave you the latest scam in brand ambassador, the latest scam for photo shoots, the latest scam for runway, the latest scam or revisiting a scam for a modeling agency. I have a date with my daughter tonight. Do y'all understand that they already closed schools? They already closed schools and it's not any snow outside. So I promised her that I would watch a movie with her. She gets to stay up late tonight. And we're going to watch a movie after Talk Tuesday. But it's crazy. I'm like, I need you to be in school. I got work to do. So guys, whatever questions do you have about the latest scams? I really want you guys to protect yourself and be very smart, especially in 2019. Thank you. Especially in 2019, because they are getting slicker. They're getting smarter. They're getting more convincing. I mean, everything, so you have to literally protect yourself and literally make sure that when you go to do business with somebody, you're trying to do business with good people. Now, there's going to be times that it might be a good person, but it may not be a good fit. The more I'm working with people, the more I'm finding out that there's some people that's just not a good fit, and that's okay. That doesn't take anything away from you, and it doesn't take anything away from them. It's just that it's not a good fit, and it's okay. And I don't want you guys to feel bad about that. An agency yesterday wanted me to pay $200 to be on his website for 2 years. See, you paying to be on a modeling agency website, $200 for 2 years. They need to be showing you some serious stats. I'm talking, you want to know website traffic, you want to know demographics, you want to know how often somebody is coming, you want to know how often the models that's already on there are getting booked, you want to know what types of jobs they're getting, you want to know what type of clients they have, you want to know if they are allowed clients to have a certain login to a portal, who are those particular clients, how often they looking, what kind of models are getting booked that's already your size, your stature, your height. 1,001 questions will come up for me if somebody is looking to feature on their website. Now, I'm not saying that that's a wrong thing. And what I'm saying is there's a way about doing these. So you have, what is this? Is a one talent company that is a pretty good opportunity to get a lot of casting calls and stuff. So you're basically paying to get casting calls. So, that's one thing. You're being featured on that site, but you're also getting all these casting calls in your area that you can possibly go to. Nothing isn't free anymore. You just got to really pick through with the fine tooth and figure out who and what type of companies you want to do that with, and if you want to try it out, you get burned, and okay, this is not for me. But you have to make sure that you're making these decisions wisely. But for $200 for 2 years, I already don't like it. I just personally, I don't like it. Have you heard of someone on Instagram called No Pay Runway? Is that the company that's saying that is that the I possibly, is that the Sade? Tell me, was that what Sade that asked that, or was that Asha? Tell me, is that the company that is saying right now they're kind of doing a not necessarily a campaign, but they're kind of putting out a lot of messaging right now where they don't want models to take any jobs if they're not getting paid for it? Because I did run across something recently where there was a site that started, or something on Instagram where they're telling models, you guys should be getting paid for absolutely everything that you do, and if you're not getting paid, you shouldn't do it at all. So let me know if that is it. They give information on non-paying gigs that models should get booked and paid for. They give a lot of information. It sounds like the same company. It's nothing wrong with that either. I tell you one thing. If that particular company or any company can get big enough to get all models across the country, in the entire world, U.S., out of the country, everything. If people can stand together as models and don't take any free work at all, stand on that, everybody, you will force companies to pay you for everything because they need models. But that would have to be a one for all, because if not, then they'll just find a model that's going to take the free job. So I think this is a great notion. I think that is a great message. I feel like, if they can get, millions of people across the world to stand with them, things will change. It will have to change. That's just like, it's off the topic, but it's just popped in my brain. But some years back, we was talking about, all these diseases that's going on out here right now, right? And, all these sexual transmitted diseases, all these people that's, pregnant, all these side chicks, all these different things. And, they like, if all women stand together and keep their legs closed, then maybe more people will get married. Maybe more people will be in more faithful relationships. Maybe more people won't have as many X, Y, and Z. That just kind of came out of nowhere. But it's the same thing. If people can get everybody to stand together on getting paid as a model, if all models across the board won't take any free work, then you will make companies pay you, period. Wanted me to only work on his... Yeah, no, now that's the thing. He wants you to pay to be on the website, and I might be getting y'all mixed up now. But if somebody wants you to work with their photographer and pay their photographer $400 to be with their agency, I don't like it. Now I'm with agencies that say I have a certain look that I'm going for, and these are the clients that booked my models, and I know what my clients want from my models. So therefore, we have to use this photographer because this photographer knows and understands exactly what I need from my clients. I'm with that 100%. But I'm not with the model paying for it then. Then the agency should be paying for it. So model, you don't have any say so. You show up, we're going to do your hair, we're going to do your makeup, we're going to style you, we're going to do whatever we got to do to get what we need for this particular client. That's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But to turn around and say, no, you got to use this photographer so I can get what I need for the actual company that I'm promoting you to, and it's going to cost you $400 and you have to use this photographer. No, I'm not feeling that. I'm not with that at all. At all. So guys, watch out for these scams because they're happening. And just like I said, as soon as I feel like I got them all under wraps and I know what's the latest scams, more scams are coming. So I want you guys to be very careful.